International presents News 18 SheShakti 2024.
May I please call upon stage our next guest, Joyita Sen, Director, Senco Gold and Diamonds, in conversation with Chandra R. Shrikant, Deputy Executive Editor, Money Control.
Thank you for that, Sonal. First of all, I must say I've never seen a conference with so many women where, over 90% of the audience are women. So a huge round of applause for that. And I hope this can set the trend where, we have more than 50% women in pretty much every event we do. That's the idea. But this is very, very heartening to see. And thank you very much for coming in huge numbers this morning. Joyita, welcome to SheShakti.
Thank you.
And one interesting takeaway this morning is we seem to have a lot of speakers from the eastern part of India. You're from Kolkata as well, and we had a director in the previous session who's also based in Kolkata. And you come from a legacy brand, Senco Jewellers, which is 85 years old. And this year has been so good for jewelry brands, right? Gold prices are rising. There's been an import duty cut. The festive season is just about to start. Tell us about how it's been running this legacy gold business, at the same time taking it to the new generation.
Yes. Firstly, good afternoon to everyone. It's really great to be here, and I was, sitting over there and listening to all the women talk about different aspects. So it's really inspiring because women do need to come to the forefront, and the more support we can give to each other, the better. Coming back to your question, that yes, coming from the legacy of 85 years is a big responsibility in itself, because you have so much of trust and the responsibility of a legacy. So the karigari is what Calcutta and Bengal is all about. So preserving that, keeping that alive is, I think, a primary importance and also a challenge in today's day and time. Yet at the same time, you also have to embrace innovation with technology, with digitalization, new trends, new thought processes, because international influences are coming in a big way. So the social media has actually shrunk the world in a big way. So coming back to the gold question which you asked for the season, that yes, it's been a great season. We started with Akshaya Tritiya and then continuing with the gold rate cut, which has actually really been good news for everyone, especially our customers. And to remember that gold is also Sri Dhan.
Right.
Yeah, so it's been a great thing for customers to come and buy. And with the festive season coming, it's always a good investment, because if we look over the...
Is that your pitch to all the potential customers in the room, that it's a good investment? I said, is that a pitch to all the potential customers in the hall, that it's a good investment, Sri Dhan?
Yeah. Actually, if you really look at it, it is, because, that is the best way to have your own power and your own investment and adorn yourself with it, I think that's the best investment that women can have. And yes, so coming back to what I was saying is, it's over the years, if you really look at it, the maximum return on investment that anyone has got is on gold. So yes, it's a great business to be in, and it's not without its challenges, because technology and innovation and that also vies for. So today when you have a budget, you're like, will I buy a jewelry, or will I buy a phone, or will I buy something else? So,
or will I buy tickets for the Diljit Dosanjh concert?
Yeah.
because Gen Z is into experiences.
Yes, so you see, it's today options are there for so many more things. So you're not just within the industry, it's also about the changing mindset, which is also a challenge.
Right. Joyita, Very interesting times for jewelry industry. You have legacy brands like Senco, GRT, Malabar in the south. Then you have Tanishq from the house of Tata. And then in the last decade, you have brands like Bluestone, Carrot Lane, Jiva, which are very new, the so-called startup brands. So how do you make Senco succeed and shine amidst so much of competition? And appeal to the Gen Z buyer who's very discerning. They don't want to own what their parents had. You know, they have this not my brand. They don't want to own any brands that their parents owned. How do you appeal to that target audience?
So, firstly, when you're talking about a legacy brand, because jewelry is also synonymous with trust. So, the trust is built over time. And the trust is something that customers can see, because when you say something, you have to manifest it. You have to have people see it. So when you're saying you're giving a certain quality or a certain purity, at some point of time, the customer is going to come back to you and is actually going to take you on your word, exchange that, and buy new jewelry. So when you're breaking it and your jewelry can go to any other brand also. So when they are saying, oh yes, the purity of this gold is very good, and that's how the trust is established. So that is something which is a defining factor for Senco. That's number one, because we always deliver on what we promise. And at a time when hallmarking was not mandatory, we used to have a 22 by 22. So, and if anyone had to exchange it somewhere else also, they would get that gold back. And we've actually had customers come and tell us this. So this was a feedback directly from them. Secondly is that all karigars across the world, and I'm not just saying in India, across the world that make jewelry are from Bengal. So the karigari and creativity is in our blood. And we have karigars who are working with us for generations. So design and innovation is our strength. So the frequency at which we are constantly coming out with new designs is the highest in the industry. Because of which every time, you know, when you are going, the first question we ask in a retail is, "Aaj kuch naya dikhaiye." So, you know, so that is the question which we are constantly catering to.
Right.
And innovation in terms of product, innovation in terms of designs, in categories. So like you very correctly said, that Senco having been there for so many years, in a way I'm very happy and proud that the younger generation also prefers Senco, because you have to be relevant with the times. You cannot just, oh, I am a brand with a legacy and tradition. You will become irrelevant if you can't move with the times. So you have to understand trends, you have to follow designs, and give the younger generation what they are looking for. So that is what we provide them.
Right.
And also, jewelry is, for the younger generation, they don't look at it as an investment. They look at it as something that they can identify themselves with. So now speaking your personality is a thing, that this is my look, this is what I identify with, so this is what I will wear to express who I am. So that individuality has become a big part of the jewelry industry. So you have to cater to the different kinds of personality, so that no matter who comes, you always have a design that speaks to them.
Right.
So, you know, that is how you are relevant to the younger generation. And another point is that with the price of gold going up, but the budget of everyone stays the same.
So how do you kind of create different segments?
So that
make it
is
more
where
affordable?
Senco's strong point and USP has been over generation, is that everyone, especially for brides, they want a fuller look. But oftentimes, a lot of people don't have that kind of budget. So that is what we are constantly studying what women want.
Right.
You know, so that's what we are trying to provide.
Right. We have about 1.5 minutes, so very quickly, Joyita, 2 quick questions before I let you go. What's the proportion of men who buy jewelry for women versus women who buy it for themselves? Has that changed over the years? And what trends can you tell us about the festive season? What's the gemstone that's doing well? What's the accessory that's expected to do very well? I wish we had more time, but unfortunately we're out of time. So these 2 quick questions for you.
Okay. So women have always bought jewelry for themselves. The husbands come and they're like, "Acha lag raha hai." So that is what they usually do. But we are also seeing that men's fashion are increasing. So it's a little different from the question you asked me. So while the acha lag raha hai, that part hasn't changed, but men are also actively now very stylish. They also have, I want to speak my personality too. So they are also buying jewelry for themselves. So yeah, this is quickly to answer your question. For the trends coming up is lightweight jewelry for the upcoming trend season, which is again season to season based, story based, because even ma'am was saying about maths, you have to have a story in your mind. So you see, humans are driven by their thoughts, by their identity. So a story driven collection is what always, no matter the season, is what tickles people's imagination and they identify with that story. So that's the trend. And wedding season is coming up, and Dhanteras is a great time when every jeweler is giving offers. So yeah, wedding season, wedding collections, that is coming up. Colored stone green was in last year, green is again in, because we saw a whole lot of high celebrity weddings happening, and green was the color
Where
that was
emeralds
shown.
were front and center, that's right.
Yeah, so, and that has now become like everyone wants the green color stone. So also by itself, colored stones as a category is also gaining popularity in jewelry. So no matter what you design, we always have to keep that in mind and put a little stone, and that design is always an instant hit. So that's all the forecast for the upcoming trends and season.
Great. On that note, thank you very much, Joyita. Very insightful. A huge round of applause for Joyita. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Lions International presents News 18 SheShakti 2024.